Hello, welcome back to our MekHQ playthrough, Raven Acquisitions. Last episode, we had a very brutal city fight that we barely pulled out, and there was a lot of repairs that needed to be done. I started that, I've been working on that for the past 2 days of game time. We do have some salvage that we picked up. There was a bombardier in there missing a head. I repaired that and I sold it. I don't know if it shows. Here it is. Yeah, it's been removed. We got about 2.5 million out of selling that thing. It's just like a light archer. I wouldn't mind keeping it, except for the fact that it only carries 1 ton of ammunition per launcher, which is just 6 shots. It's not worth um, keeping around, really. We're also salvaging. Let's see, repair bay. We're salvaging one of these artillery transports we picked up. We salvaged a thumper artillery truck or artillery vehicle, and I purchased a local crew for that, assigned, complement, whatever. So we just added that to the artillery now, and that's really about it. We're also repairing the 2 Crusaders we picked up and trying to fix the mechs that we've had damaged here. We managed to salvage the Demolisher tank, which can go right back into, I think it's Kilo Lance. It can replace the Von Luckner that went down once we get it actually up and running. Let's see here. There we go. And then the Zephyr, very light repairs, but it requires ferrofibrous armor, which we don't have any in stock. So I ordered 10 units of that, which apparently means 990, which is a little bit weird. I figured it'd be like an even thousand or something, but that's about it. We have some parts on the way to fix up our equipment, but in the meantime, we do have a battle coming up here. So let's save our campaign, and we have this covert strike. And the objective here is to get rid of the VIP. It's a sea fjord, so we're going to see what we got cooking there on that map. So let's jump on in. I also went through and did some mass training, like for the vehicle crews, the VTOL crews, the conventional pilots. No one was really ready for many upgrades. I think we had a couple of vehicle gunners that upgraded a little bit. I also tried to upgrade our soldiers with small arms, and I don't think any of them were ready either. All right, we are starting south. The enemy's starting north, I'm sure. We have some FedCom reinforcements helping us out here. They're coming in from the west. It's actually a significant force, but they probably won't deploy. Yeah, they're there. They'll deploy on round 6. I was going to say they won't deploy with us. So let's take a look at what we got here. Kind of an ugly map, but that's why we brought jumpers. So there's a Valkyrie that can jump across. There's a Pegasus tank. We can put it, we'll say, well, we don't know where the enemy's at yet. So let's deploy the Javelin. And we'll put it over here. There they are. So we need to kill the VIP. That's the VIP right there, the partisan. So I need to keep my warrior far away from that thing. So we're going to put the warrior over here. Oh no. We'll put the warrior over here and we'll deploy it airborne 5, level 5, so it can look around and see what's up. So we need to get forces over there to hit that partisan. So we'll deploy the Pegasus like right there. The Wyvern can jump 4 hexes, so it can cross over. So we'll do that. The fire starter can go 6 hexes, so we're just going to do like a little jump across over there. We're going to rush, we're going to bum rush that partisan. The whole goal, that looks like an awesome. That's an awesome. That looks like it's a quick draw. There's like a dragon on top of that thing. Grand Dragon. Do we get control? We do not. So we don't have to worry about trying to destroy any equipment other than the target. So the warrior is going to go over here. It is running swarm missiles. But we're just cruising around for the moment. It's a pretty small map. And the enemy is running towards us, which is kind of helpful in a way, because they're getting separated from our target. Try to jump there. We're going to this thing can jump 6, so we can put it right there, and it will also get across. And then we have the fire starter. It can jump here, and it will also go across. Then we got the Pegasus. Let's see, that is level 1. Might be a little bit tough to get out of this water, but I'll just do that. So we do have LRMs. Really, the only thing we're trying to do is knock down that Grand Dragon. We probably won't be able to do that, so I'm going to hold my fire for now. Yeah, we're just holding fire. Okay, we're getting hit by the partisan already. Oh, it's LRM partisan. Look at that. I was wondering, I was like, why is it divided up into 2 portions of damage there? They're just AC5s, but as it turns out, they're cooking, as the kids say. The warrior is just going to zoom back this way. And then the Pegasus. Actually, the Grand Dragon backed off so we can start crossing over. Crossing over with John Edwards. I don't know how many people remember that. It used to be a like a psychic, like a medium guy on TV. I think his name was John Edwards. I remember because there was also a politician around that time named John Edwards. But he would claim to talk to dead people and basically just scam people who were in mourning. But he was big. He made a lot of money. His show was really, really popular. Don't know why. It was a weird era, like the early 2000s maybe. All right, there we go. We are firing. Man, this is a good pilot in this Valkyrie. It'd be nice to move him up to something a little bit heavier someday. The javelin. Couple of shots. We're not overheating just yet. The numbers here aren't great. 8s. Well, there's no point in shooting at anything else, really. 7s. Yeah, we'll do it. And we'll also save the weapon order on that. Done. And then we've got this fire starter. 10s. I'll fire 1. 1 and done. Wow. Well, they are certainly hitting our lance pretty well. Jeez. All right, well, there goes the right torso on the fire starter. I guess you fire enough weapons, you will hit. All right, let's move the warrior. Hopefully I don't fling him off the map when I do this move I'm about to try here. There we go. We have a good pilot in that warrior. I'm gonna jump the Valkyrie over here. And the fire starter is going to retreat a little bit here. Well, he can't jump very far. Right, he lost a bunch of his jump jets, so he's down to just 3 on that jumping. So he is actually stuck on this side of the water now. And then the fire javelin, I gotta be careful because that Grand Dragon will kick the crap out of one of my mechs if I'm not careful. So I'm gonna jump over here, and he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm gonna jump. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, this pop-up is really annoying. Jump there. Then the fire javelin. How good is this pilot? He's a 4-5, so he's average. I can jump just into these woods. I think that Grand Dragon can get close to me, but he won't be able to kick me because he's going uphill there. Everybody, focus on that partisan, please. Do I have Infernos on this? I don't. Infernos would be pretty handy. Just firing everything. And the Wyvern. I'm going to fire the LRMs just to save a little bit of heat this turn. If I win initiative, it'll make this a lot easier. Alright, well, he slowed down. Not that it matters, because they're still just running circles around, trying to defend the tank. I kicked him in the chest. Just say, get out of my face. Alright, so I lost initiative again. So that means I will have to move my units, just due to the fact that the artillery is coming down here. Okay, let's jump the Valkyrie over. What's the range? 5. So what if I jump him over here? That's 6, 5. All right, then I'm gonna jump him right here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna scoot right here. Just due to the fact that like I'm well under the minimum range for those LRMs. All right, the Wyvern. How good is this pilot? He's a 5-6, so he's not great. I have a +2 movement modifier. Let's get the fire javelin in there. Let's jump the fire javelin over here. There we go, like that. This Valkyrie's going to get himself annihilated if I'm not careful. I'm going to do this. That thing, it's a quick draw, right? It can jump. Oh well, I guess I made a mistake. Price we pay to try to end the mission. Really, we just need to somehow get out of this without losing a leg. Then we will go large laser, SRM, plus the small lasers. And we'll just fire everything we have left on this. So it knocked out our machine gun ammo. Okay. It's still there. It goes. It's dead. All right. I just need to survive this. I need to not get kicked. Well, he kicked me. They both kicked me. But I'm on my feet. Let's check the objectives. Destroy the following forces. VIP is done. All right. This is heat phase. What am I doing? We will do victory. As soon as I see the... Yep, VIP is dead. All right, cool. It hurt, but that's what happens when you send lights against a enemy force like this, and you're very, constrained about where you can move, and there's no room to maneuver or anything. We don't control the battlefield, but we didn't lose anything either. And that went down to the Pegasus of all things. Cool. All right, repair bay. We're missing a part again. What are we missing? Something from that. Yeah. So we're going to order a couple of arms for the fire starter. And we select our active units and we start the repairs. And that'll just have to wait. He's going to be the fire starter's going to be down for a while. Actually, it's not even the fire starter parts. It's the Valkyrie arm that I'm ordering. All right. So we go to the briefing room here. We have a deep raid and the isolated dropship defense. I wonder which one I would rather do. Well, I already deployed for the dropship defense. Let's check out the deep raid here. Deep raid. So this is in hot sea terrain. The map is OP1M4. I don't know what that is. So we have identified an enemy dropship. We won't get control of it. We have allied artillery now. All right, so we're going to bring in a fire support lance of some kind, I think, to try to take out a dropship. We're going back to first company. Let's go with Able Lance on this one because it's got all these PPCs. So that should help us with the range. All right, so Able Lance. There you go. Commit. And I want to do that one. Actually, the dropship defense might be easier, faster. But no, let's do the deep raid. That is on the 25th. So we'll advance a day. We'll go into the area of operations here. We'll also deploy some scouting. There's a frontier assassination. That's happening the day after. And it's going to be rural homestead hot desert. The victor will control the battlefield. So for that one, we will deploy Charlie Lance. We haven't played Charlie Lance in a while. There we go. We're going to go forward one more day. I don't want to scout anymore. I don't want any more missions to pop up before we do this raid. Personnel market updated. What do we get? Anything good? Nah. All right. Briefing room. Deep raid. We're trying to kill a dropship. I don't know what kind of map this is. Like, this is weird. Let me re-roll the map just to see if I get like an actual hint. Sea hot jungle. That's going to be nasty. So we can re-roll it. Sea hot desert. That's probably a little bit better. All right, let's start it up. Not a big fan of these like super watery maps. But I mean, if nothing else, we do have off-board artillery, which will take care of that dropship in time. It's an Excalibur. Wow, that is a very good dropship. All right, where are we deploying at? We get minefields. We deploy east, so the enemy is going to be west somewhere. So they might. Oh boy, I bet. Oh, this could be really nasty. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we get three more. We'll do. I don't know where the dropship's going to deploy. I don't know if it can deploy in the water or over here somewhere. So we'll do one right here. We'll get two more. We'll do right here and right here. Done and done. Looks like they deployed in the water. Wow, look at that. That's a Thunderbolt, I think. An Archer. An AC-20 Archer? I can't be I can't be seeing that right. No. What am I looking at? Oh, there's something under it. Oh, there's a Hetzer. Okay, sorry. There's a Hetzer under there. There's a Hunchback and a Celadon. And this looks like, I don't know what this is. It's like a Hammer Hands or something. Warhammer. Okay. And here is the Excalibur. Let's go to the next unit. All right. Well, we're going to be a little bit. All right. We're just going to deploy like this. Grasshopper can deploy right there. Warhammer. Warhammer. And another awesome. Double awesomes. Double Warhammers. With a Grasshopper acting as our mobile support. I probably need to replace something in this lance. I would say the Grasshopper, but I like having a jumping mech in every lance, at least one jumping mech. Cool. So we put down the mines pretty nicely. Not that it matters. We can't actually capture any salvage here. Okay. So let's unload on this Excalibur. Twos to hit. 1, 2, 3. Show them the power of this fully operational lance of PPCs. And we will be getting hit back pretty hard. This thing isn't exactly helpless. But there should be some artillery coming down. Whether it'll hit or not is the question. This map isn't, for a C map, this isn't bad. Like we've seen way worse. I was afraid it was going to be much like the last one. But we actually have some room to maneuver and fight here. Hey, look at that. Oh, the Thunderbolt's still just walking across mines, huh? This would have been a great uh, position to have if we could actually get salvaged, if we could maintain control of the battlefield. There we go. I got my headset back again. My headset died on me. But we're still just, the plan is just to shoot and get closer with the Warhammers so we can use the close range batteries of weapons. The Excalibur is looking a little bit dented. Is that super thick, heavy woods? Oh, I'm overheating here a little bit, so I can't get in there. So we're going to jump over. We're just working our way closer and closer. While still dropping as many PPCs as we can land on this thing. But I don't want to get too close, because we do have the artillery coming in. So we're going to do one PPC, then we go down the list of weaponry. Oh, how's my armor looking? Fine. I don't think I really got hit. I was looking at saw the yellow bar there, and I freaked out a little bit. I was like, is my Warhammer taking damage already? That bad? There we go. And then an awesome. Yeah, we're just pounding away at this thing. It has lots of armor, and our shots are scattered all across the hull on it. All right, now we need to back up a little bit so we don't get caught in the splash of the artillery. So the awesome will. This thing has enough armor to spare, so we'll back up, and that'll probably be the main target for the dropship. We'll back up the grasshopper, and we'll back up the warhammers. Just trying to get out of the splash zone. All right, yep, there it is. It's starting to land. 15 damage and 5. You know, every little bit helps. Okay. Oh, keep on volley firing my PPCs. Eventually we'll bust through. And I don't like this Saladin rolling up on us, so I'm going to fire a PPC at it, and I'll throw in a couple of medium lasers. These Saladins do not have much armor, unless it's the armor variant. Alright. Done. Looks like we hit the Saladin. There it is. Yeah, just one PPC and it's instantly gibbed. Enemy should be coming in from the east here. A few more turns, but I think it's going to be over by then. So Odin's just going to chill out. This Warhammer is going to go like this and get a little bit of a movement modifier. Same thing for this Warhammer. And then the Awesome's only going to walk forward 2 hexes, and he's going to invite himself to be a target for a turn. And the Grasshopper is going to keep on backing up and get himself out of optimal range for the dropship. Oh, there goes the artillery landing on our Warhammer. One of them. Yeah, this Grasshopper can sit back and shoot with that PPC. PPC is a very solid weapon in this era. And we will overheat these warhammers a bit here. It'll drop them down to 3, 4 movement, but they'll spit it back up for 3. Oh, I think we got it. Nope, not yet. There it is. Done. Okay, it's over. Let's hit victory and done. And we'll see where the artillery, never mind. Done and done. The enemy retains control, so we'll hit no. We do have some armor damage, but nothing too major. Shouldn't be too hard to fix, just a day or two. And the Beatrice Pitchforth has the first dropship kill in our unit. Alrighty. Go to the repair bay and select our active units and repair them. The grasshopper still needs some work. This is why I like having a lot of extra technicians, just so that you get the job done faster. You have more reliable turnaround. Actually, let's check our infirmary. Yeah, it's optimize. Okay, so we're about half an hour in, and we still have another mission to go. So I'll go ahead and record that in just a minute. But for you folks, that'll be tomorrow. Don't want these episodes to be too long. So until tomorrow, have fun. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.